Hello, it's the Chosen One, your YouTube Wrestling Community President. I got a new DVD, and plus, this is a Triple H shoot. The Legend Killer 410, my teammate partner, and loved your Vice President speech, man. And the suit looked awesome, dude. The Evolution is the most powerful entity on YouTube right now. But anyway, I got a new DVD, and I'm getting 2 more in tomorrow, but I got 1 in today. Invasion 2001. Alright. Oh, and I actually watched this afternoon when I got home too, so. Alright, Triple H shoot time, baby. I saw Legend Killer 410 shoot. I seen WWE GH6 shoot, and about Triple H. Alright, I love Triple H. I think he's great. You know, I think the Orton thing has been stretched out a little too long, but there's a lot of valid points to the Triple H story. Triple H made Orton, no doubt. Triple H made Batista, no doubt. Triple H is probably one of the best, if not the best, in a long, over the period of time. I mean, Triple H is awesome, you know. And Legend Killer 410 pointed out that John Cena was Vince McMahon's baby. Yes, he is. Shawn Michaels. If you don't know the Shawn Michaels backstory, and I love Shawn Michaels, that's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He had creative control with Vince McMahon. Even when he was back in 1995, he told Vince McMahon stuff to do, and Vince even said nobody else could tell him to do stuff because Shawn wouldn't really tell him, he demanded it. And Vince said if it had been anybody else, it would have been gone. But he liked Shawn, and Shawn's been his boy for a long time as well, even when he was out with his back injury. Now we're going to take you on a trip to Triple H world. Okay? You say, I've heard a lot of people say this too, that he gets his way and he's married to the daughter. Like Legend Killer said, that is Paul Levesque outside the ring. That is the human being Paul Levesque. It's not him in the ring. It's not Triple H. But Triple H has done more than pay his dues in the business. Okay? Because I can remember, and I remember the day Triple H debuted on the Action Zone in 1995 and beat some little punk. Can't remember who the hell his name was, but he beat him on the Action Zone on a Sunday afternoon. And I watched it. It was on the USA Network. And it come on at 11 o'clock on USA Network back in 1995. And he come out as the little uppity from Greenwich, Connecticut, you know. A little blue blood, and he was good then, you know. He went through a lot of stuff. He took a lot of heat. His head was straight, though. He's a businessman. He's good at what he does. He could make a broom look good. That's how good he is. And people talk bad about him. I don't talk bad about Triple H because I like Triple H, but I do think the Orton thing has went on a little too long. But like Legend Killer said, 20,000 people are selling out arenas every night just to see Triple H and Orton. Still. And we come on here and we bash it, but you know, that's what we do. That's what wrestling fans do. They're going to bash stuff. And one of the reasons why it's getting old to us is because we done seen it so many times that it's just old. And you know, people say Triple H has hurt the business a lot. I wouldn't necessarily say he's hurt the business. You know, Pat Patterson a while back said that was the problem, was Triple H had too much ring time and too much championship time, and it was just killing the company. But I don't see it. I don't see that he's killing the company. I don't think that. I mean, you know, he's a good wrestler. He's very entertaining, and I mean, you really don't say bad about him, but you know, back in '96 when Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and all them left, and you know they broke kayfabe back in there, and he came out and he took the heat for it because, like WWE GH6 said, he couldn't punish Michael because he was a champion. What was you gonna do to Sean Waltman and nothing? I mean, what was you gonna do to Razor Ramon and Diesel? You couldn't do nothing. They was gone. So who was left holding the ball? Triple H. And in my honest opinion, I'm pretty sure he held the ball real well. It looks like he did because, you know, there for the longest, I mean, he was just being had hog slop thrown on him and all this stuff. And he was just taking a lot of heat from Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon didn't like what he did, and he, bashed him. But Vince McMahon also made a big mistake. Stephanie and Triple H didn't even know, really wasn't even that good of talking to each other until the storyline came up when Stephanie got married to Triple H, and the Las Vegas pass-out thing. And that's when they really clicked with each other, And then in 2003, they got married. So, you tell me that Triple H has not been through a lot in the WWE and he stayed there. He didn't go nowhere. He didn't go back to WCW. He was in WCW one time with William Regal, and as a tag team partner, and his name was Terrorizing. He was also known as Gene Paul Levesque in WCW as well. It was 2 times in there. He was known as 2 different people. He was known as Terrorizing, and then he became Gene Paul Levesque, I think it was, or it may have been something else, but he was at Starrcade 94, in WCW Starrcade 94. He took on the Dust Wonder Kid, Alex Wright. But Triple H is a good wrestler, and he's earned everything he's got. There's no doubt about that. So, basically, people that hate on him and stuff, I guarantee you, they talk bad about him and all this stuff, I guarantee you, too, most of the time, they're watching it just to see him get his ass beat, so there, once again, he's drawing people by you wanting to see him get his ass beat. So either way, he's drawing. You got to look at it this way. You want to see him get his ass beat, but then there's these other people that like him. Now, in 2003, when it was the Triple H show, no joke, from January of 03 till the end of 03, he was just about champion all the way through 03. He lost it to Goldberg in September and gained it back in December. But during that period of time, everybody was sick and tired of seeing him as a champion, they said. But yet they tuned in every month to watch the pay-per-view show just to see him get his ass beat and lose. And he didn't. And he kept on going, kept on going. And then he made it to Goldberg at Unforgiven in 2003, and Goldberg beat him, and the fans erupted. And then they still tuned in to see Triple H get his ass beat, even though Triple H was still getting the main event spot. People still tuned in. Triple H is a big money maker. John Cena is a big money maker. Whether you like to admit it or not, Shawn Michaels, he drew a little bit of money, but he wasn't that big of a draw, even though he's probably one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, my greatest wrestler of all time. But you got to really look to he sells. He does sell tickets, and he is the icon. He is the legend, and he is the showstopper. He's everything. But it's what puts them asses in that seat and puts that money in their pocket. And Triple H is one of the biggest money draws, along with John Cena. So that's just my shoot video on Triple H. I hope you enjoy it. This is the Chosen One, baby, and I'm out.